Welcome, everyone. My name's Chamundai. If we have not met before, if you'd seen me 25 years ago, I was a very stressed out and very busy lawyer, but always been on the spiritual path, always had an excitement for spiritual learnings and intuition and many of those sort of, I guess, gifts and talents, but natural abilities that humans have that we don't always realize that we have. But for me, they were all very normal and natural. And that was always a part of my life. I was lucky to meet many beautiful spiritual masters and gurus from India. And I found myself balancing both being a lawyer, which was my job, and stress, along with supporting myself with meditation and spiritual tools and practices and yoga. And then if you'd seen me 15 years ago, I was driving home from a court case one day and asking the divine God, the source, what can I do now? Because I was sick of being a lawyer. And I received this guidance. It just came straight into my head: start a laughter club. So then I went on a journey to discover laughter yoga, which I built up as a practice and as part of my business alongside of my spiritual offerings and my meditations and energy healing and all the other things that I did. And that became my business. It was both laughter yoga and spiritual trainings and healings. And then, if you'd seen me 15 years ago, I was also visiting India to a sacred space where I now take retreats. The next one's in December. And also still doing my healing work, my laughter yoga, and offering people deeper programs. So I realized that many people struggle to combine meditation, spiritual practices, well-being, personal development with their day-to-day jobs or their businesses. And so I love to help um, women in particular who are perhaps in the professions, they're busy, they're stressed, and yet they're yearning for a spiritual experience and a spiritual journey. And one of the ways I support them is to take pilgrimages to India, and the next one's in December. And so that's why I've dedicated my life to helping and supporting people who are on the spiritual journey to go deeper, really find the essence of their soul and their gifts, and to feel fulfilled and find that inner peace. Tonight, we're going to be doing a channeled message. So I'm going to tune in a moment and see what might be the messages that the guides have. So that's something that I've added to my toolbox of offerings for people. And I love to tune into the guides, the ascended masters, the angels, and see what wisdom they wish to share with us. And so I'm just going to take a moment to do that, and then I'll just pause for a moment while that happens, and then I will start speaking when the guide comes through. We are the angels come to deliver a message to you tonight about the sacred spaces and places that exist upon the earth where you can visit to raise your frequency and your vibration and bring forth your spiritual gifts. There are many of these places that are portals within the earth, and they are becoming even more active in this current time where the earth itself is evolving and the frequency of the earth is upgrading and the veils of the higher realms are more thin. And this means that it is easier for everyone on earth, for humans who desire to do so, to contact the angels and the great masters, such as we who are come here to speak to you from the angelic realm, as we have in many times past created sacred architecture which holds frequency and vibration. And this frequency and vibration is transmitted to humans when they enter into the space. And many humans may notice that when you visit certain places, perhaps a shopping center where there are many people, there will be a particular feeling or sound or scent or emotion may come there may be a feeling of busy or rushing. There are different things that happen within the human system in these places. And yet, if you were to walk by the ocean on a quiet beach, you may feel the breeze, be aware of the elements, feel the sand beneath your feet, and notice that your nervous system becomes more calm as the frequency of the ocean delivers its healing energy to you. And this has been proven through research of your scientists that simply being near Mother Ocean produces a healing frequency. And yet, other places still in nature, the great ancient trees have a frequency that they will bring forth. And as you pay attention and love and speak to them with compassion and give your attention and energy to the places in nature rather than just quickly walking past, talking and paying no attention. If you calm and slow down and pay attention to these places, you will feel the lakes and the oceans speaking to you. You will notice the dolphins and the whales who make frequency sounds, high frequency sounds. These communicate through the water and into the water within your physical body and your system. And so there are many ways that nature creates communication with humans whenever they are open and receptive. And so it is that there are portals in locations on the earth where the frequency of the energy is high. And when humans visit these places, their own vibrational energy changes and uplifts itself. And the result is that those humans who visit these places will start to feel calm and peaceful. They will have more calm in their nervous system. Their thoughts will slow down. Their heart will expand with gratitude. They will feel very compassionate and generous, as these are the qualities of the heart, and it is the heart that opens in these sacred spaces when you visit them. And still there are certain temples that have been created, ancient ones and more recent ones, where you visit and there is sacred geometry in the architecture, and it has many names in different traditions depending on who it is that has done the construction. But there are many such temples, and they have sacred construction, such as the copper plates or silver or gold plates that are called yantras in the Hindu tradition that hold frequency of energy, and these are inside the temples, holding the sacred energy like a battery and distributing it to those humans who enter the temple in the same way that a light holds the energy like a torch within a battery. When you switch it on, the light comes out. And so it is in these temples that the sacred practices and the mantras that are done inside these temples build up a frequency of energy and then distribute it. And so it is that visiting these places is extremely powerful. And many spiritual seekers find themselves in these ancient places, whether in Egypt or in India, places in South America or Mount Shasta in California. There are places in the Himalayas. There is the great mountain in Tibet. There are lakes and beautiful places in different locations. There are mountains in Nepal and temples on the high hills. Mount Kailash is a particularly sacred temple mountain inside Tibet, one of the few mountains on earth that no human has been able to climb, as this is not permitted. And yet the frequency of energy there brings great transformation. And so it is that more and more humans will feel the call to be pilgrims around the world, and they will visit many places not even knowing why, in the land of the United Kingdom, England, London, Glastonbury. In Ireland, there are sacred sites and ley lines beneath the earth that connect these different places and sacred places. And so as you visit these places, you will find a great peace and a great opening of your heart. You may notice that your intuition is stronger as your energy centers, your chakras will start to awaken and activate when they meet the sacred energy inside these temples. And so it is that visiting these places is very beneficial, not only for emotional health, as it can clear emotional patterns and blockages, opening the energy system. For the energy system feeds the chakra, from the chakras feeds the physical organs in the body. And so there are times where clearing the energy can assist a flow of energy in a positive way into physical organs in the physical body, helping with healing and transformation. The heart, of course, is at the heart of the matter of the human being, as if the heart pauses or stops for too long, there is no life. The life itself is extinguished. And so it is that the heart is not only a physical entity inside the body, resting in the very center of the body, it is also a frequency band around the whole of the outside of the physical body. And so this heart is large and magnetic. And when it is activated by practices such as gratitude, being thankful, breathing into the heart, forgiving past wrongs, not holding grudges, allowing healing of any emotions, especially grief or sadness, all of this heals the heart, expands it as an energetic center where it will then focus healing and transformation. And as the heart holds a high frequency, it allows others who connect to hold a high frequency also. And this is beneficial for all humans in all states of being and all places. For when many, many, many hundreds of thousands of humans have an open, generous, and compassionate heart, it increases the transformation and the upliftment of humanity on this planet Earth. This planet Earth is a place of free will. And so, of course, each person, each human being has a choice about what they might like to experience here. They can choose to do good things or bad things. They can choose to be kind or unkind. It is a land of polarity. There is up, there is down, there is right, there is left, there is forward and back. And so these forces are playing out constantly. And it is up to each person to manage their way through these forces. Using spiritual tools will help to keep the middle path, the middle road, and the balance between these opposing forces so that one is not thrown from pillar to post from one side to the other, but is able to maintain a sense of inner peace no matter what is happening. There is a comment or a question about meditation, and it is true that meditation is very beneficial. It calms the mind, and different practices such as this one being experienced now as we speak to you brings forth a frequency of energy. And that frequency of energy, as you listen, helps you to move into a state that is meditation. And so it cleanses and heals the energy field in the same way that certain meditation and healing practices do. It is important at this time on the earth to allow yourself to develop your soul as well as your physical body, your mind, your emotions, your relationships, your physical life. For you may sometimes wonder why you are here on this planet Earth. You may even feel like perhaps you don't belong here, and many humans do feel this way as they have come for purposes that they are not always aware of, and so they may feel out of place. And so building like-minded communities are very important at this time of transformation on the planet. And so many, many communities of spirituality, spiritual seekers, people who meditate or do yoga, as you gather together, you share your frequency and your way of being together. And there is a power when more than one person meditates, when groups meditate or channel or chant mantras together, there is a great upliftment in the energy and it spreads out beyond the human form. It is also worth remembering that while you can visit sacred temples in different locations and they are physical structures or structures in nature, your own human body is a sacred temple. It has energetic lines running throughout it. Electrical impulses drive many functions inside the physical system. How is it that the heart beats? Your modern medicine has discovered there is an electrical system there, that if the heart stops, it can be restarted by delivering an electrical impulse. There is electricity inside the human system, and like it or not, it is impacted by other frequencies, technologies, phones, computers, electricity, internet and Wi-Fi. These do impact, as they must impact, another electrical system. It is a law of science as well as of nature that this does take place. In the same way that being in a room where the sound is perhaps not pleasant, it can be felt in the body. On the other hand, when the sound is pleasing to the ears and is enjoyed by the human person listening, there is a great relaxation through the system, which is why so many people at this time are enjoying sound healing and sound baths and different frequencies of music that helps them to calm and to enjoy the feeling that comes. And this too is a frequency and an energy. And so we would encourage you all to find the practices and the people that resonate with you, that can help you on your spiritual path. And there are many paths, for there are many different souls and soul groups and soul plans, we might say, soul gifts. As no two humans look exactly alike, even if they are twins, then although souls have a same energetic source in a way, this is true. There is also a soul blueprint and a map for the soul in this incarnation. And so we encourage the praying at this time for help from your angelic counsel that are all around you, for everyone has access to their own angels and guides. Always ask for those of the highest frequency, for there are many who may wish to trick you, and this is not much fun. But they cannot stand in the light. If you ask them 3 times, are they working for the light? They must answer truthfully, and if they are not of the highest frequency and light, they will retreat. These are some of the spiritual tools that you can use on your journey. And again, we would encourage you to spend time in nature, in your favorite places. Find sounds and frequencies that uplift you. Take care of your human body, which is your sacred temple that is able to move around and gather so much data and information that processes through your brain and gives you emotions and thoughts, intuition, ideas, so much capacity. And yet there is also more. As you uplift your frequency, you will have access to an even higher consciousness, which will give you even more creative ideas and will align you with your soul's blueprint. You can ask your own personal guides to show you anything that you are not sure of. There is bound to be a high vibrational angel who can help you. We encourage you to visit sacred places and spaces, to take care, to be compassionate and kind, to understand that you live in a world of polarity where there is up and down, there is good and bad, and that your spiritual journey will help you to find the middle road for peace within you. And so now we send you much love and say goodbye. Good. If you would like to find out more about some of the ways that I help support spiritual journeys, I do take retreats to India, to a sacred temple. I've put the details there. They will be for you to have a look at. And the next one is December this year, 2026. So I visit a beautiful temple in South India. All the details are at my website, which is myname.com. Chamundai, CHAMUNDAI.com. You'll be able to contact me there if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you next time.